No, man, old Mother Nature is just not giving up. Well, it's cold and snowy out here, but it's always nice and warm in the shop. All right, today I'm going to work on little by little. All right, bit of a pivot here this morning. So I know I was mentioning I was going to work on little by little, and that was the intent. I was actually going to take the door skins off because I got some new skins from truck shrouds, and I was going to crawl underneath there, take the clutch and pressure plate out, and then if there was time, I was even going to work on modifying the interior panels from the day cab company. But as I was trying to clean up my mess from last Saturday and kind of get myself organized to kick off the episode, I was looking around and I was like, oh, well, what are these? So these were left over from the suspension upgrade from QA1 that I installed last week. And I was going, well, where the hell do these go? And then I looked at the old lower control arms as I was going to throw those out. And I went, oh, they go right in there. So that was a bit of a goof up on my part. I forgot to put them there, there, and there.
Oh! Bummer. This is a bummer, man. That's a bummer.
Which is a big bummer. I'm not just a little bit of a bummer. That's a big deal because now I basically need to undo all the work I did last Saturday, set that down, take this out, and then start over and build it back up. So I'm not one to hide my mistakes here at Twin Stick Garage. I'm human like everyone else out there, and I just, you know, usually when something's wrong and you see it, you can't leave it, and I just can't not have those installed. So I guess I'm going to work on the TransAm today and fix that mistake. But that's okay because since I got Snowman outside, what I might do, that shouldn't take me too long because again, I'm pretty practiced at that. And then my plan's going to be is I need to get this rear differential out of here because I want to send this to the gear center and get this hopped up and rebuilt as well. So what was going to be a little by little day is now going to be a Bandit 1 day.
Yeah, well, the dude abides.
Huh. So that's where that goes. All right, what's the best kind of work? Rework. Well, that wasn't too bad. And I definitely learned my lesson. So when I go to build my General Lee Charger somewhere down the way, I'll and put the QA1 suspension on that. I won't forget putting those little metal sleeves in the bushings. So what I'm doing now is I'm just throwing the front wheels on because I need to actually take back my scissor lift here. So I need to set the car back down on the wheels and then I can go back there and pull out the diff. But what I was also doing is I'm not going to completely finish up the front end here because what I still need to do is I'm going to upgrade the brakes. I'm going to go with a Willwood brake system, and their new brake kit for these old TransAms comes with the rotors, the calipers, and then I either need to modify my spindle, or I'm hoping I can get new spindles that will accommodate the Wilwood brakes. So for now, I'm just going to leave the sway bar off, and I'll just kind of leave this as is and come back to it when I get those new brake kits. So for now, I'll just leave this like it is and go and do the same thing on the other side, set it down, and then get going on the back end. And that scissor lift sure comes in handy. Okay, rear discs. And I see the previous owner put nothing but the best Napa brake pads on there. I'd actually like to upgrade the back to Wilwood as well, but we'll see. One thing at a time. All right, so newer brake pads and calipers, which I could probably live with. Rotors are not the greatest, but passable, I guess. Okay. Now, to the viewer out there that said, oh, you need a limited slip differential or you're going to end up in the tulips. Well, it already is there, big guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chevy 10 bolt. I could actually, maybe before I take it out of here, maybe I'll drop the cover and count the teeth and see what kind of ratio we got here. Now in 1980, when this car was on the road, they of course were trying to get the emissions down and get the mileage up. So I don't expect, especially with that little anemic 301 that was in this thing from factory, I don't expect there to be much of a stump pulling set of gears in here. But it's all going to depend on what I do with the transmission. Because if I just rebuild that TH350, of course only a 3-speed gear, 1-to-1 in its top end, it's just going to be revving out to all hell on the highway. So I'm going to have to either gear this thing down to 373, something like that, but then I might have to go to a 4-speed, or this thing's just going to be roaring going on the highway. Problem for another day though. So I guess what I have to do is stay focused, Mark. Come on, don't let that ADHD kick in. I'll take this off here, we'll count the teeth, but then after that, I'll have to take off the shocks. Now, QA1 did send me some new gear, so those will go on when I put this diff back in there, and I can't wait. Look how nice those are. And the coils, I don't know, does it need coil-overs? I'll have to check on that with QA1. I mean, they didn't send, these aren't external coil-overs. There's no thread on there, obviously, smooth bodied. So perhaps they don't need those, or maybe I just paint these original springs up. I mean, they can't be doing all that much, can they? And then put the shock back through there. I guess I could read the instructions. That's something I need to start doing more of. And then I guess disconnect the brake lines, take the calipers off. Of course, we're missing a few bolts here because this is where the rear sway bar mounts, and the previous owner never put that back on. And yeah, the leaf springs, there's I think there's a missing, oh no, there isn't. There's just the one there, but this one's broken. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's not even holding the leaves together. I mean, ultimately what I would like to do with this is go with a 4-link coilover system, but I'll have to reach out to QA1. I don't know if they make that kind of kit for this. And if I was to do that, it would take a little bit of welding. I'd have to get my buddy Blake over from Flyweld Fab and weld the brackets onto the diff. But problems for another day. I would like to upgrade these old leaf springs and just get them out of here. But okay, Mark, enough rambling. Let's dig into this and see what we got. Okay. I hope I lined up the drain pan correctly. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's probably in need of some new oil. That's pretty nasty stuff. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, so you can see the little discs in there. Now, if a guy really wanted to get redneck, you could actually weld this diff, but we're not going to do that. I'm actually going to leave it as a limited slip. But again, the only thing that I'd have to do is count the teeth. I wonder, does it give me the ratio on here? No, it just says GM 1340 779. It must have been the 7th month of 79 when it was made. Okay, well, I guess I can get my white marker out and count the teeth and see what I got here. So a gear ratio is the number of teeth on the ring gear, and you divide it by the number of teeth on the pinion gear. So I actually counted 40 teeth on the ring, and I counted 13 on the pinion, and coincidentally, there's 13 and 40, so it's stamped right in there. Okay, so 40 on the ring divided by 13 on the pinion is a 307. It's not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's not that great either. So yeah, I'll have to, when I take this into the gear center, I'll maybe ask them for their opinion. And like I was saying, I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the transmission. If I'm going to leave it as a 3-speed or go to an overdrive transmission. But okay, at least I know now. I got a 307 limited slip differential. Oh, look at that. We got the magnet. It's got a little bit of buildup on there. Well, either way, this thing's going to get rebuilt. So let me know what you think. All the motor heads out there, let me know if you think 307 limited slip would be a good combination with the 3-speed TH350 and 500 horse coming out of the engine on the front end. So I was just taking a closer look at the internals here, and check that out. There's actually pieces of the teeth that are missing and chewed right into. So someone was obviously doing some Smokey burnouts with this car at one point. But I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. I can't imagine parts for a Chevy 10-bolt are hard to come by, so I'm pretty sure the gear center can source all new gear for that. Now the ring gear itself doesn't look too bad, but at least now I know where all that buildup on the magnet came from. All right, button this thing up and start tearing it and get it out of here. I guess I didn't have enough light when I was looking at this rotor, but look at that, it's just pitted all to hell. Heat glazed and whatnot. So I could probably use some new rotors. New rotors on the back. Hopefully Woolwood can hook me up. Okay, so now I just need to cut this guy off of here. Well, I guess I can try and loosen it, but I'm on the bet it's not gonna turn. No, you're gonna turn as well. Okay, get the grinder out. There it goes. Junk. Okay, now I'll worry about getting that off of there when I get the, well, yeah. When I get this away from the leaf spring, I'll worry about getting that off of there. So now what I should probably do, because the leaf springs are taking the weight, is I'll get the transmission jack and jack it up and then strap it so it's held, and then I can start undoing these bolts. And then I should be able to lift it up and give it a spin and drop it down. I thought old trucks were awesome, but no, old cars are awesomer. 40 years of friggin' rust. So yeah, this should just come right out of here. There's nothing holding it in place other than 40 years of rust jacking. So I don't know if I can use some heat and burn that out of there. I mean, I think it's just all the rubber packing around there that's just wedged itself into this little cradle, because I don't see anything else holding it. Fun. Okay, that's interesting. What's that? Could that have been what's holding that in there? Now, I don't know if that's just a bolt that holds the leaf springs together, or if there's actually a stud in the differential here, in the axle tube. So I'm gonna loosen that off and see if the leaf springs finally come out of there. If they do, I feel a little dumb, but I'll still be happy. Damn, I was hoping it was just gonna pop down. Is it moving? Yeah, I think that was the secret sauce. Kroil. Now, I don't believe that bolt was actually holding the leaf springs to the differential. I think that's just the bolt that holds all the stack of leaves together. But they're just so rusted in there. I don't know if you can see it. But now that I took that nut off, I've been able to kind of bang the springs out one at a time. So I'm pretty much down to just the top one on both sides. But I can't believe how seized it is in there. Like, take a look. Hang on, where's my screwdriver? I mean, look at this buildup here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's rusted. That's why it's not coming off. It's like somebody welded it all along that edge on both sides. Unbelievable. And then the air hammer, when I go in there, this rubber protector, I guess, is just absorbing all of the impact, so it's not able to actually hit it out of there. I mean, I'm close now, but I can't believe how, I mean, look, it's just bending the springs up, so I can't really, I mean, I guess what I could do is take the leaf springs off here. I tell you what, these leaf springs, they're garbage. I mean, this one was rusted right through and broken when it fell out of there. So I think hopefully QA1 can come up with some type of 4-link suspension for this car that we can weld in here, because I hate these leaf springs. See, folks, persistence pays off. Oh man, that's awesome. What a pain that was. Holy cow. Awesome. Awesome possum. Okay. Okay, come here, you stupid differential. There we go. Now, I'm gonna get this out of here. This might be a little sketchy. I'm gonna go down a bit more. Oh yeah, well, this'll work. This'll work. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Pulling off the chains. Oh, shit. How'd that stupid chain come off? All right. Well. It's just one chain holding it. What, the chain break? There, the bolt came out. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment here to safeten up, chain this guy on here, and then I'm gonna figure out a way to lower it out of here. Okay, come on. And that might work. That might just work. Oh yeah. Beauty, Clark. Tilt it back. And wheel it out of here. Oh. Success. All right. You've got a date with the gear center. And I've got a date with my keginator. Oh, I earned my treat today. Can't believe this thing's been around since September, and it's been holding CO2 ever since then. And look at the head it pours on. That wasn't a very good pour. That's okay, I'm thirsty. Oh, that is good. Man. Oh, who says kegs go bad after 60 days? Well, mission accomplished. I didn't give up. Yeah, see, that was just a bolt to hold the leaves together. And yeah, these leaves are junk. So I'll try and get those out of there, get those old shocks out, clean up my huge mess that I made with kroil and PB blast. But it's awesome that this finally out of there. And I think with that, I'm ready to head off to the gear center. I'll load up the diff, the 6-speed spicer, and the TH350, and take all three of them over there and let the gear center grind away on those while I keep grinding away on the car. Yeah, that was a bit of work, but worth it. All right, to end the episode off, I wanted to open this gift the fan sent me. Now, his name is Corey from Waterloo, Ontario, and he's been working really hard on this. Twin Stick Garage. Good day, Mark. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for having your channel and old iron we grew up on in the 70s and 80s. Your content inspired me to build a scale model of Snowman's truck and trailer and the Pontiac Trans-Am 77 Firebird. That is awesome. Other inspirations came from Chris at Hip Guy's Workshop, who builds and posts models of his techniques. And one key piece of Snowman's trailer was a reefer unit. There was no true representation of it, so I had to build it from scratch. Oh, that's awesome. I grew up riding along with my dad driving for an oil waste facility, Can-Am, now known as Safety Clean, in his cab-over Kenworths and cab-over Freightliners. Mostly Southern Ontario, Toronto, and Montreal runs. My older brother and I are into building models. My brother built mostly trucks and I did cars and airplanes. So here we are, back to you. I contacted you at some point in mid-September and exchanged emails. Yeah, that's right. And all three model kits have had their challenges, but they turned out okay with some exceptions. Oh, that's awesome. There's the TransAm. Oh, I see the honeycomb wheels. Oh, and don't worry, I'm not leaving the Corvette wheels on this car. I've got well, not honeycomb, sorry, snowflake wheels. I've got 15x8 original factory wheels. I just need to get them redone and sandblasted and powder coated in the gold. So you'll see that on a future episode. Whoa, that is amazing. Did you paint that? Oh, Bandit 1. It's even got the little dual exhaust tips on both sides. Goodyear tires. Wow. And the Rebel flag, the Atlanta, Georgia, or it's not the Atlanta, the Georgia state license plate in the 70s. Oh, that is beautiful. Well done. And he's even got the Bandit's cowboy hat sitting inside. There it goes. Oh, beauty. Look at that. Unbelievable. And the reefer looks just like the one that's on the Snowman trailer. You did an amazing job on this thing. The silver paint, the Dayton's at the back, the Hobbs mud flap. Oh, that's actually one thing I need is the little, what do they call that? The plate they used to use in the 70s. I think they called it a bingo plate. I've got to get one of those for the back of the Snowman trailer. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay. Drum roll, please. Look at the, oh no. Oh, there's a little, the differential broke. That's okay, Corey, I can fix that. If I can build the real truck, I'm sure I can fix the model. It just must have had a little bit of load on the wheel and broke it off. I'll put some glue on there and fix it, but look at that. One stack's taller than the other. Beautiful. Wow. Bandit 2. It's even got the step and the Perlux lights. Okay, I just got to fix that, but that is awesome. Well done, Corey. Well done. Oh, isn't that unbelievable? I mean, look at the detail here. He's even got Coors beer in the trailer. It's just beautiful. And he's got this awesome case for it. I had to open it up again because I forgot I had to put the antennas on. So I did a little bit, my contribution to the model. It's just gorgeous though. Yeah, I was reading through and he said he had to change these pads because originally the kit came with wheels. So he had to custom make those. He custom made the reefer. It was originally a twin stick truck, so you had to take one of the sticks out of there. And then if you look real close, focus, you can see he made the CB and the police scanner up on the dash. And then check this out. He's got the engine, the Cummins engine with a distressed look to look just like mine. Oh man, unbelievable. Got Bandit's hat in there. Oh, just beautiful. I can't thank you enough, Corey. This is the nicest piece in the shop. And now I also realized that Corey, or Earl, as he likes to be called, Widmeyer, he's got his own YouTube channel. Go check him out, Earl Widmeyer, on YouTube. You can actually see how he made this and put it all together. So go give him a gander, give him a subscribe. And yeah, that is awesome. Thanks so much, Corey. Man, that's cool. So with that, I'm going to wrap the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. The thing that I learned is if you've got extra parts left over after you install something, they were probably supposed to go somewhere and you better get in there and fix it. So anyway, it's all done now. At least I got the differential out of there. Bandit's getting one step closer to getting on the road. And hopefully in the next episode, I can get going on LBL and get working on the Duke, get working on Snowman, and maybe someday I'll finish these projects. So with that, I'm going to bid you farewell. Thanks again for watching. See you next week. And don't ever forget, if you got it, truckers brought it.